Are you thinking about moving to San Antonio, Texas and looking for a great location with low maintenance? If you are, you come to the right place and the right video. In this video, we are going to be walking you through a brand new gated community called Trilogy Grove. It is in the heart of San Antonio, just 2 miles away from Medical Center, close to all the hospitals and all of that good stuff, as well as lots of shopping and restaurants. It's really a phenomenal location. So why don't we dive right in? If this is your first time to our channel and you would like to know everything there is to know about living in San Antonio and its surrounding areas, make sure you subscribe or tap the bell for notifications to ensure that you're one of the first to be notified when we bring you new market updates. My name is Katie Powers, and my husband Stephen Garza and I get phone calls, emails, and texts from people just like you every single day who are looking to make a move into the area. Whether you're 6 days or 6 months away from that transition, we would absolutely love to hear from you. All of our information is listed right below, and Steve and I would be honored to be your realtors of choice. Now let's dive in to the beautiful Trilogy Grove. All right, welcome to the model home in Trilogy Grove. This property is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. This is low maintenance living. So let's take a tour. As soon as you walk in, you do have a coat closet right off to the side. I bring that up for you Northerners because you guys always talk to me about closet space. We don't really need coats here in Texas, but you do get a coat closet in here. Your garage access is right off here. They are 2-car garages. This is the model, so that is the office at this moment, but this would be your entry into the garage. You have a very large half bath right off the living room. Spacious living room. I do like to point out this transom window, so you do get some natural light in here, but it also allows you to get natural light without having to look into your next door neighbor's living room, right? Because these homes are placed a little closer together. So you do get your natural light. You've got big windows here off the back that slide to the side to get you that air if you want to air out the house. It's just some really great counter space for this size home. You've got gas cooking in this community. That's a big plus. We are in Leon Valley. You get that benefit. There's community pools and a really great park that Steve's family always frequents every Easter. But great area, gas cooking in Leon Valley, which is great. You also have these corner pantries. This one goes underneath the stairs, so it goes very deep. Great pantry for those who love Costco. All right, let's head up upstairs so you can see all of the bedrooms and game room. All right, so upstairs you walk into a really great size game room. You could also use this as an office, just depends. You have some beautiful windows when you're coming up the stairs as well. So you get a lot of great natural light in here. You've got carpet. That is something I wanted to mention. Some nice carpet. It's got some good padding. Primary bedroom is pretty spacious for the square footage of this home. This is very spacious. They vault the ceilings just a little bit, give you a little more space. And then a great primary bath with a walk-in shower, no tub. Double vanity. And then you have 2 linen closets. So very deep linen closet here. And then you also have a really deep linen closet in here as well. So lots of storage, which is pretty impressive. And then you have a good size walk-in closet. Some good space. You will have to close those doors to get out of your bathroom. And then you also have another full bath up here, but I want to point out the laundry room is upstairs. Notice how the washer has a pan underneath it. There is not a drain. They didn't build in a drain in this laundry room, so if your washer overflows, so you will need to have a pan there. I'm sure if you built, you could request a drain there, but I love the idea of a laundry room upstairs, so you don't have to go up and down the stairs with your kids' clothes, because that's what we do. But it always makes me a little nervous. Maybe not for me, but if you ever turn this into a rental unit, it would make me very nervous. You've got another linen closet here. Just great storage, great use of space. And then your secondary bathroom. And then bedroom number 2. So this is a full-size bed. I just want to point out, because this room does, and I'm sure on the video it comes across a little smaller, but I just want to point out, this is a full-size bed with 2 nightstands on either side. You still have room to walk. You could probably fit a queen in here. It would be really tight. You just don't have room for a dresser. So just keep that in mind. And then you do have your 3rd bedroom right over here. And notice how they staged it with a desk. So you could, it's probably very similar size, but I would probably do a double in here more than I would do a full or a queen. But still spacious, still high ceilings. You still have your closet with a window. And then you have the game room, so they don't have to spend time in their bedrooms. They can always hang out in the game room. So now that you've seen the upstairs, let's go take a look at the backyard. All right, so backyard, you do have a covered patio, which is great. This is a good size covered patio. You can fit a table, chairs out here, but it is very small. The whole point of this community is low maintenance. So you do have a little walkway. This one is gonna have stairs. Not all of the lots will have stairs off the back. It's just gonna depend on the location of the lot. But very small yard. So if you have a small dog, this is perfect. If you have a dog like Steve and I, you're gonna be going on a lot of walks, I'll tell you that. But it would work. It is grass, they do sod it. There is a sprinkler system in front and back. So you do have those things, but truthfully, you don't really need a shed. You could use a weed eater that you keep in the garage and just use a weed eater to mow this type of yard because it's so small. Or you could landscape it the way they did and have very little grass. So that is what we have for you here at the model. Let's go take a look at a inventory home so you can see the difference between the model and the inventory. They do keep this model pretty standard. So Texas Homes does build a great home. This area is prime. Steve is gonna dive into that right now on the location and all the good stuff about this neighborhood, but I just wanted to throw in there, this area is wonderful with all the parks. So you're not gonna have the amenities in this neighborhood, but you do have a great park just down the street. And there's community pools that you can join as well. So let's go listen to Steve tell us more about this neighborhood, and then we'll go check out a inventory home. And don't forget to stick around to the end. I'm gonna show you on a map exactly where this neighborhood is, so you can decide if it is what you are looking for or not. Let's get after it.
All right, guys, we are here at Trilogy Grove in Leon Valley. This area is very special to me. I actually still own my first house. My brother owns a house just a mile down the road. I started out, my dad bought his first house in San Antonio way back in the day, and it's actually right down the road in Leon Valley, and my aunt still lives there. His sister bought it from him, and she's still there to this day, so I come visit her often. My brothers do. We go to the park, like Katie said. My family has a tie to this area, and so it's special to me. And on top of that, we are 2 miles from the medical center. So this new community, the homes around here are like 60s, 70s. So to have a brand new community here in Trilogy Grove in Leon Valley is awesome, right? Low maintenance living in an established area, and you get Leon Valley. Leon Valley is a little city. It's got its own police force and they don't mess around. They're good. So that's the benefit of Leon Valley. Tax rate is 2.23 for Leon Valley. This community has an HOA. It's going to be $850 annually. It's gated, as you can see behind me. It doesn't have a community pool or anything like that. It's just going to have some common areas so you can walk your dog to and hang out in the evenings and whatnot. Leon Valley does have 2 community pools though. One is actually right there at that stop sign, that 4-way stop. There's a big pool on that side, and then there's another about a mile down the road that you can visit. As a Leon Valley resident, you get access to those pools. The real estate here in Trilogy Grove is starting around $350, $370-ish for base price, and then that goes up to $450, $470. So when you finish out your deco, your design center, you can expect to finish out around $450 if you deck out the house. If you don't, you can stay in that $375 range, give or take. All right, $1,500 for the smallest floor plans here in Trilogy Grove, and it goes up to $2,200 for their largest house, which is the model. And to top it off, this community is tiny. It's only gonna have 67 homes, so that's 67 neighbors that you're contending with. And you can see behind me, just the community itself, how small it's gonna be. These are just low maintenance living homes. They're close to each other, small yards, so it's very easy to maintain with today's materials. You can't beat that. This is definitely turnkey, lock and go if you like to travel a lot, or if you have medical needs, medical center, literally 2 miles down the road. All right, so that's it for me. Let's go check out an inventory home with the beautiful Katie Towers.
All right, welcome to the inventory home. Before I show you guys around, I do want to just let you know this home is almost complete, so you're going to see a few finishing touches that aren't complete, and notice it's a little dirty because they're still doing some things on this floor plan. So I just want to point that out. Don't want you to think that the builder is not paying attention to these things, because they do. They're just not finished yet. This floor plan is just under 1,800 square feet. It's about 1,790 square feet. I personally kind of like the flow of this one a little better. As you saw when you come in, you do have high ceilings just here on the entry with these transom windows. It's just something about the entryway when the ceilings are higher, it just feels a little grander. This living room, of course, with furniture will feel a little bigger. Sometimes empty homes feel smaller, but what I love is all these windows. So you do have the transom windows on the side like the model had, which now you can see with the home next door why they put windows that high. Because if you put this on the side, you'd just be looking at your neighbor's house. It wouldn't be very pretty, but I love these big windows. It just gives you a lot of extra. You'd end up putting your TV on that wall where those transom windows are. You have a little eat-in area dining room here with this great big peninsula, so you could put some bar stools under here if you wanted to. But quartz countertops, gas cooking as always. This one just gives you a little more space. Personally, I would probably throw in a movable island here. IKEA sells them, they're really great. Hair is driving me crazy today. But gas cooking, fridge goes here. And then you do have a normal size corner pantry here, not like the model where it goes under the stairs. But the other thing that I like about this floor plan, and this might be a preference, this is maybe a me preference, but I like that the stairs are over here. So you're not walking in to a staircase. It's kind of set apart. You have to come into the home to go upstairs, which personally, I don't know if it's a safety issue or not. I just personally like it that way. But you have a half bath over here. A little niche there for I don't know, decorations. I'm not a very good decorator, but then you have
Garage door open.
Woo, that's loud. You have a 2-car garage. Get your light on in here. So you do have a gas water heater, and then it is plumbed for a water softener. Highly, highly suggest if you are moving to the San Antonio area, have a water softener. You'll thank me later. Our water is very hard, but it's already plumbed and ready to go. This would be considered a finished out garage. They did texture and paint the walls, and they did put some baseboards in here. So that's really nice. It does come with a garage door opener. I will say that's also a win. There are a lot of builders that will give you the garage door and they will wire it, but they will not give you the motor. So this builder does include that in their homes. And then you have your sprinkler system, the Rainbird system here, which I'm gonna point out in our backyard as well. But this is your 2-car garage. It's a solid 2-car garage, great space. Here in Texas, we typically use this for storage more than we do for parking cars. All right, so that's your downstairs. Let's go check out the upstairs. All right, so we are upstairs. I do want to point out the little modern touches. So you do have, you know, your wrought iron spindles here with a really pretty stain on the wood. Just some little modern touches that are nice. This would be your game room. Again, transom windows. They have it set up here to mount your TV so you don't have any wires hanging down, which is really nice. All right, so you have a laundry room over here along with the other 2 bedrooms. I do want to point out, and Steve has just notified me that it is code now, but I assure you on some of these older homes that I have shown, they don't have it. Sometimes you'll see a drain in the middle of the floor in the laundry rooms upstairs. Sometimes they just have a pan. Now they have a drain in the middle of the pan. So you still want the pan just in case, but a lot of the older homes will put the drain in the wall from your washer. So like if it overflows, it goes on the ground and just seeps to your bottom floor, which is why I mentioned in the model, probably okay for you if you used it as a rental property, probably not very safe. But it does have a drain here. So if it does overflow, you do have a drain in the ground, which is a plus. I just wanted to point that out because it's just not fun when your washer overflows and you're upstairs. It's not fun. So you have 2 bedrooms here. These bedrooms seem to be about the same size as the model, to be honest. This one is a little larger, more square, with a closet and a window. Then you have your secondary bathroom here with the tub and the granite countertops. Then you have your 3rd bedroom here with a closet. I do want to point out how sleek these lights are. They're so thin. It makes me, they're obviously wired, right? But they remind me of like the little peel and stick lights, but they are wired. And I do want to point out on this one, you do have some smart switches in here, which I am sure if you built on your own, you could add more smart switches in since they're wired for it. But let's go check out the primary. All right, big primary with a ceiling fan. I love all the natural light in here, right? You've got 2 big windows you can open, and then you also have all this transom lighting in here. It's just nice. This is a big open space. The other thing I want to mention, just because it popped in my head, I'm noticing builders are getting away from the gray walls. So this is definitely more white cream. They did the grayer floors, but for the last, I don't know, 4 years, Steve and I have been showing new builds, every freaking wall was gray. So it is kind of nice to walk into a house and it's not beige, right? We're not going hard beige like we did in the 90s, but we're finding that happy medium between gray and beige is what I'm seeing. I kind of like it. Check out this primary bath. You do have the vinyl plank floors in here with a large walk-in shower. Again, a great linen closet there. You just have one linen closet in this floor plan and then a very large walk-in. You also have your pull-down stairs to your attic up here. So you could store your Christmas decorations and things up there. And then you do have your spot here for all of, it's hardwired essentially for all of your internet and things like that. So you would put your modem router and stuff over here. Nice little space. This is a good sized closet. The other thing I do want to mention, just to make sure that we're giving you accurate information, the model we showed you is not their largest floor plan, it's their second to largest floor plan. It was just over 1950 square feet, where their largest floor plan is 2,200 square feet. So just wanted to throw that caveat out, but let's go check out the backyard. All right. So we have a covered patio. As I mentioned on the model, not every home is going to have the stairs off the back on this side of the neighborhood. So you don't have steps off the back on this part of the neighborhood, but you are backed up to Evers Road. I honestly kind of like this because the no steps, but also you do have this retaining wall that kind of separates you. And so it puts your fence a little higher. So it does feel a little more private and you're not looking into somebody's backyard. Again, that's a personal thing. If you have no plans to be outside, if you are coming from New York and you hate 105-degree weather, you might never even come out here. You never know. But this is a very cute area, very cute backyard. What I do want to point out here, we've gotten some rain, so it's pretty wet over here, so bear with me. You do have this sensor here for your sprinkler system. So if on days like we've had this week where we got a lot of rain, it's not gonna set your sprinkler system off. It's gonna say, hey, we've got enough water in the ground, we're good. So that will save you on your water bill. It's also nice to kind of like set and forget. So if you are, like Steve said, you know, lock and go, you travel a lot, you can set your sprinkler and you can trust that whether we get a big rain or not, your yard's not gonna overflow or cause any issues because they do have the sensors set up for the sprinkler system not to water if you're already having enough water on the grass. So sprinkler system front and back. This inventory home is listed at $4,065. It's ready for you. They've just got a few blue tape, touch-up paint, touch-up things, and a nice clean. And this home is ready for you. If you want to pick a lot and build, give us a call. Steve and I's information is listed right below. We would love to help you walk through this process with Texas Homes and finding the right community. There are two communities very similar to this. This is the only one in Leon Valley, but you also have Rose Hill, which is closer to Medical Center, a little further away from this location, with Chesmar that is also building low maintenance homes in this price point. So if this is the type of living that you want, make sure you check out Rose Hill or this one. Give us a call. We'd love to show you around both and explain the differences between Chesmar and Texas Homes and decide which one works best for you and your family. Don't leave. We're about to go over the map video so you can see exactly where this location is. We will see you guys here in a minute on the map.
So what did you think? What did you think about the model home and the inventory home and the location? I'm gonna dive in right now for the map video so you can get a better idea of exactly where this neighborhood is located to just double check, make sure that location works best for you. So let's dive into the map. All right, so here we are on the map, San Antonio as a whole. We do wanna do just some really quick housekeeping items so you guys get a really good idea of how San Antonio is laid out. I know when I moved to different cities, the biggest issue for me was trying to figure out all the freeways and which way do I go and what is easiest to use. So we're going to do a really quick dive into that. You have two main loops in San Antonio. You have your outer loop, which is 1604, goes all the way the outside of San Antonio. Now I say outside of San Antonio is growing. So there are a lot of neighborhoods and things outside of 1604, but essentially that is the outer loop until we get a new one, right? And then you have an inner loop, which is loop 410 here. Then you have your main freeways. You have I-10. This comes in from California and goes all the way out to Florida. But in San Antonio, it goes north and south, comes down downtown, and then it jets out east towards Houston. Then you have I-35. I-35 is going to come all the way through San Antonio, and it will go down south, and then it will also go up north, and then it will go up north to Austin. You also have 281, which is Spring Branch, Bulverde, comes all the way down San Antonio. And you could take 37 all the way down to South Padre Island, to Mexico, totally your choice. But 281 going up will take you to Bulverde, Spring Branch, Blanco. It's also a nice, beautiful scenic road to Austin if you want to take that road instead of I-35. And then you also have two more. So you have a small, this is Bandera Road, also Highway 16. But if you are not a local, we will spot you very quickly because you will call it Highway 16 and we don't call it Highway 16. We call it Bandera Road here in San Antonio. And then you have I-90, which cuts across San Antonio, and then it turns into 10 going out towards Houston. If you stay on 90 going west, it's gonna take you out towards Uvalde, and you can go to Mexico that way too. So those are all of your main freeways that you're going to use in San Antonio. Now let's dive in to where Trilogy Grove is so you can see just how great the location is. Now you do have downtown here, and you can access that from I-10, 281, or 35. All three of those freeways will get you into downtown. And we have Medical Center, which is really a hub for a lot of the hospitals and, you know, specialty doctors like your lung doctors and your heart doctors, all of those. There are some all over San Antonio, but the majority of all of our medical is in an area called Medical Center. Now, Medical Center is located off I-10. Let me zoom in just a little bit for you. Well, there you go. The Methodist Hospital pops up right there. So there are quite a few hospitals in this area, children's hospitals, all kinds of things in this location here of Medical Center. You also have USAA corporate right here off of I-10 as well. And then when you go a little north on this I-10 and 1604 portion, you're gonna have a lot of things. So you have Fiesta, Texas. Let me clear this and get you a little better view here. There we go. So you have Fiesta, Texas here. You have La Cantera, which is a really nice shopping mall. You have the Rim over here with the Palladium, which is a movie theater. And then lots of shopping over here as well. You also have Topgolf, Andretti. So a lot of entertainment for San Antonio is located in this area. You also, if you have any college students or kids looking to go to college in the future, you also have UTSA, which is located right in this location. So you have a good size college here located in this vicinity, right? So this is a very busy, happening area in San Antonio, and Trilogy Grove is really just right in the heart of it. So as I zoom in here, I want to make sure you can see exactly where, as you can see, the hospitals start popping up as I move in a little closer. So you are going to have Trilogy Grove, and I'll zoom in so you guys can see it a little better. It's hard to find on a map. But from 410, you would take Evers Road right here, as we talked about, that one house backed up to Evers Road. And then to get to Medical Center, you would take Wurzbach Parkway this way, and here is Medical Center right here. So as you can see, really 2 miles. I mean, I think we mentioned 3 miles when we were there when we looked it up, but that's all the way to the hospital. But just to get in, once you hit Babcock here, Wurzbach and Babcock, you really start getting in to the Medical Center all right here. 410, and then you also have 16, also known as Bandera Road. That's what we're gonna call it, is Bandera Road, right here. So you're right off of Bandera, Evers, and Wurzbach Parkway. All of those are really good main intersections that would help you if you were local and lost how to get to this area. You mention any of those roads, everyone's gonna know what we're talking about. So this neighborhood is so new, it's not even on the map. So when we mention how small the neighborhood is, I just wanna show you, this is that intersection. This is the pool that you could go to that Steve pointed out. This is that stop sign intersection. This little road right here, this is that entry for the neighborhood. So the neighborhood actually is this right here. That's Trilogy Grove. Very small neighborhood, tucked in, but all of these homes surrounding this are all built in the 70s, 80s, some in the 60s. Actually, Steve's first home was over here, built in the 60s. So these homes are all older. So to have a little pocket of a gated community of new construction homes, yes, they are very small lots. Yes, they are cramming a bunch of homes in that area, but that's the joy of low maintenance, right? So your yards are gonna be smaller, but you do have location. To get into this location is huge. So let me zoom out a little bit more and let's kind of talk about what is in this location other than Medical Center, USAA, UTSA, those types of things. You guys can read it right there. I have a hard time saying that for whatever reason. We all have our downfalls, right? So here is this wonderful park right here. Great trails, multiple playgrounds, basketball courts. This is a really great park. We spend our Easters there. It's super awesome. It's a good time. And it feels really good. So you're just, I mean, you could walk. Remember, this is the neighborhood. So you could really walk to this park if you wanted to, or, you know, a 2-second drive to the park. But you have right here on Bandera Road, as it says Bandera, you have every fast food restaurant you could possibly think of, to be honest with you. You have your Walmart over here, you have your H-E-B over here, but you have a Hobby Lobby here. So you just have a lot of grocery stores, like your grocery store's 5 minutes away, Walmart's 5 minutes away, Hobby Lobby's 3 to 5 minutes away. But you have a whole bunch of restaurants and fast food restaurants all along here. When you zoom out a little further, let me give you a little more idea of where things are located. So obviously, as we touched on, Medical Center, UTSA, USAA are going to be your big things here. You also have Valero, which is a big energy company located right there. OP Schnapel is a little further down the road, but this is an amazing park. I used to run in that park. Really great trails. So from this location, you're about 20 minutes into downtown San Antonio. You're about 20 minutes to San Antonio Airport, and really 10 minutes to the I-10 1604 corridor where all the entertainment is. So really overall phenomenal location, close to everything that you would need in a daily basis. So like you're really in inner city, so to speak. I mean, you're outside Loop 410, in between 410 and 1604, but the city has grown. So we consider that really the heart of San Antonio because it's right there next to Medical Center and all of the entertainment and everything. So to get a brand new home in that area, as we've been saying, it's kind of special. So I would definitely suggest reach out to Steve and I. All of our information is listed below. If this is an area or a community that you would like more information on, give us a call, shoot us a text, send us an email. I would love to tell you all of the incentives, but I don't know when you're going to watch this video, whether you're watching it in 2025 or later. So give us a call. We can get you all of the builder incentives. They do have great rates right now. They are buying the rates down as of summer of 2025. I don't know how long that's going to last, but we'll get you the most up-to-date pricing and incentives if you are interested. So just give us a call. If this was helpful for you, give us a like, leave us a comment. We love to hear from you guys. And if you have any questions, please reach out. We would love to hear from you. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we will see you guys on the next one.